Hello, everybody. Let's have a discussion about CONY and Coinbase and see if it's something that I may myself get into in the future. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right. As with any yield max ETF, I think it's very important, well, it is for me anyway, to look at the underlying and kind of see what's happening with it before I make a financial decision on getting into a yield max ETF. So when we look at Coinbase here, let's zoom out a little bit. And this is the yearly chart. And as we see on the yearly chart, it's done nothing but go up, honestly. And that's nice to see. We do see that coin is coming down to some major support. Do you see the red line curling up? That is the 100 period moving average, the EMA, and it's coming up to 120, where it looks like coin is headed. Now, I will say this. Let's draw this trend line here, or this line here. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. Let's move you up a tad. Okay. Right around in here looks good. Okay, it's not exact, of course, but if you see where I started the line, that was previous resistance. Oftentimes in a market, stocks come back down and test previous resistance and use it as support. Will that happen this case with coin? Well, it's definitely possible because the 120 price tag, we have that previous resistance. We also have the 100 period moving average moving up to it in a daily time frame. So it's completely possible that coin just settles in here and starts going back up from the 120 level. Let's take a look at this on a weekly time frame, see if we can get a better picture, because it does show something a little different. So if we look at coin here on the weekly time frame, we see that it has a serious problem with the 200 period moving average. That's the purple line there. Every time it gets to the 200 period moving average, it has a blow off top and then gets down below the 200 period moving average and moves in a bearish formation. Now, this is a very bearish formation for coin on a weekly time frame. All the EMAs are pointed down, and that's not good. However, if coin could get above the 200 period moving average, get some support here, right where I drew that line right around the 120 level, and get back up above the 200 and stay above the 200, look at all the room it could run. So it is completely possible that it gets a bounce here and that it just rockets up again. That is definitely within the realm of possibility. If it breaks this resistance at 120, she's got a way to fall, I think. So it's a pretty important level here between 100 and 120 for CONY and Coinbase holders. If you like my content, I would love for you to caress the like button and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like to talk stocks and charts and all that kind of fun stuff, I got a Discord server. I'll put a link in the description. So as we see here, it's coming back down to this 120 level. What does this mean for CONY? Well, let's look at CONY on a daily time frame. And also, we're going to look at earnings reports, which have really shocked me for coin, and we're going to look at a couple other things. So what does the 120 level equate to on CONY? I don't know, honestly. We'll just have to see what happens when it gets down there. But it's possible it's that $18 level that it'll equate to when CONY, if it goes to 120. So we will just have to see how that works out. So if it does get back to that $18 level, that might be a good spot to dip your toe into CONY and get ready for the rise up. I don't think you really want to catch these things. I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't want to catch CONY on a rise up just because it goes up and down so much. I would rather wait for a period of support to show itself and then get in and then ride the wave back up, as opposed to buying, like a lot of people did. You can see the volume. Look at the volume down below. We'll draw a line down here for you. Look at the volume on CONY here, right? Look at that volume. People were coming in when it was nearing its peak, and that's Obviously that could be very dangerous chasing funds like CONY and Coinbase when they rip up. So the better move is probably to wait for it to fall, find support, and then get in. So yeah, I'd be watching the 120 price tag if I was going to get in CONY and see what it does there, and maybe dip your toe in the water at that point. Let's look at CONY's or coins rather. Let's look at their financials because actually I'm impressed. So we're going to go here to Coinbase's financials, and we're going to look at the latest earnings. Right in September, it beat. The cost of look at the net income, 99% increase on the revenue there. On the net income, the revenue was up 8%. The net profit margin up 99%. That's pretty incredible there. As we scroll down here, we can see it beat in September. We just saw that. It beat in June, and it beat in March. It did miss last December. So that is pretty fascinating. If we see here, we're still at a negative of EPS, but it's beating the estimate, and it beat it by 100% of the time the past 12 months. That's pretty impressive. And that's good. Look at this. It has beat its earnings, the consecutive earnings beat for Coinbase, the third one in a row. That's pretty solid. Coin earnings really impress me. To be honest with you, I have never looked at them before I started studying for this video. Now let's look at this. So we're going to look at CONY on the Yield Max website, and the distribution rate is just absolutely stunning at 159%, and the dividends have gone up over time, as we see here, as coin made that big run up that we looked at in the chart. Now it's going to come back down to this 120 level, maybe the 100 level. So I'll be interested to see what the distributions per share are then. But for right now, coin looks okay. I think and CONY looks okay. Honestly, there's a lot of people freaking out and bailing out on it because of the big drop. That's emotions from people doing that, I think. So I would watch that 120 level like a hawk and see how it plays there. And if we hold it and it looks like it's going to get a bounce, might not be a bad time at all to start dipping your toe in the waters of CONY. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.